Hello guys, my name is Amanta Vincent Zoito with metric number 268952. I'm from International Logistics Group B, and now I will presentation chapter 1 about International Supply Chain Management. So this is a table content of International Supply Chain Management. The first one is historical development of international logistics. The second one is definition of logistics and supply chain management. The third is definition of international logistics and international supply chain management. The fourth is element of international logistics, and the last one is economic importance of international logistics. Okay, let's start with the first one is historical development of international logistics. The term logistics is based on the cyclical movement of goods. The modern interpretation of the term logistics has its origin in the military. Business logistics include all activities related to cyclical movement of goods, upstream and downstream, and related paperwork. Result in adoption of different inventory management techniques. The first one is just-in-time. Just-in-time an inventory management method in which goods are received from suppliers only as they are needed. The main objective of this method is to reduce inventory holding costs and increase inventory turnover. The second one is MRP. MRP is a computer-based inventory management system designed to improve productivity for business. Companies use material requirements planning system to estimate quantities of raw materials and schedule their deliveries. MRP2, a computer-based management tool that uses MRP at its core, and that includes other functions in the firms, such as finance and marketing. MRP2 now evolved into ERP. ERP is Enterprise Resource Planning. The next slide is a definition of logistics and supply chain management. As you can see in the slide, there is a picture of relationship between logistics and supply chain management. So the definition of logistics is the part of the supply chain process that plans, implements, and controls the efficient, effective forward and reserve flow and storage of goods, service, and related information between the point of origin and the point of consumption in order to meet customer requirements. And supply chain management is the first one is planning and management of all activities involved in sourcing and producement, conversion, and all logistic management activities. The second one is include coordination and collaboration with channel partners, which can be suppliers, intermediaries, third-party service provider, and customers. The last one is SCM, integrate supplies and demand management within and across companies. The next slide is definition of international logistics and international supply chain management. The first one is international SCM and international logistics makes reference to the management or control of both physical and information flow concerning a wide variety of goods, tracking them from the point of their origin until they reach the destination. The second is international logistics is a complex process that involves planning, implementing plans and strategies, and controlling goods flow and storage. The last one is international SCM is similar with the one of supply chain management, which is the management of the flow involving goods or service, represented by transportation and storage, by inventory and shipping schedule, beginning with the acquisition of raw materials to providing the final product to the end consumer. So this is a picture of how supply chain management works in international logistics. This is upstream and downstream with the picture. Downstream is supply chain is the final product or thing leaving the company. It is often left in the form of the final product to serve the customer, so we call it downstream supply chain. In some cases, the company also sells byproduct to other companies. Upstream is supply chain shows the relationship between the supplier, the raw material, and the suppliers. What is coming to the company is often termed as upstream supply chain management. Elements of international logistic. International logistic characteristic. The first one is international logistic environment and operation are different from domestic environment. The second one is decision regarding international transportation are eminently more complicated. The third one is number of intermediaries involved is greater. The fourth one is risk and hazard of international transportation are more significant. The fifth is international insurance is much more complex. The sixth is international means of payment are more involved. The seventh is terms of trade are much more complicated. Next is the crossing of border represents specific challenge. And the last one is inventory is managed differently. So this is the last slide about my presentation. There is the economic importance of international logistics. So there is 2 points, and now I will explain about this point. Point number one, the cost of international logistics represent about 15% of the total volume of the international trade. There is about 1.5 trillion US dollar worldwide. The second one, in addition, international logistics generate approximately 500 billion US dollar in additional government revenues. Okay, thank you. That's all for my presentation about supply chain management. Okay, bye bye guys, see you.